Well, hello everybody and welcome out there in internet land. Welcome to Folktown. Here's yet another episode and I'm very happy to be here. My name is Tobias Panwitz and as usual it is my pleasure to present fantastic performances, beautiful renditions of songs by none other than Towns van Zandt tonight. I'm not sure if there's any artist to celebrate that has been quite as requested by the musician community and the audience as Towns van Zandt. He's a songwriter as they say, and I'm very happy to be here and to present a wonderful evening of music to you guys. I hope everything works out technically. Someone's been freaking me out already about the feed being different on YouTube than on Facebook, but it seems like there has not really been an issue. So I hope so. Welcome to Karl-Heinz, welcome Mark, welcome Marion, welcome Martin for the first time, Maureen and Graham, Neil, hello Neil in the UK, Goody, very nice to see you. And Jill and Wolf, who's going to sing for us tonight. Graham as well, of course. And Alvaro is in Spain. Oh, that's awesome. All right, cool. So this is a very international evening, as it always is here in Folktown. We are a somewhat worldwide community of musicians. We almost had all continents now. I think we did have Europe, we had North America, we did not have South America yet. I hope I didn't forget anyone. I think we had people from Asia once, and we had people from Australia and New Zealand, from Oceania. It has been represented, and we also had someone from Africa once. Playing with MULHOLLAND. So that's pretty cool. No Antarctica yet. That would be fantastic. Maybe some scientist in Antarctica who's watching this wants to grab a guitar and play a song. Why not? All right. Hey, Emmett. Emmett is going to play a song with the Poor Cousins later on. Jeffrey, hello. Laura, Rodeo Queen. Frank is here. Jürgen is here. Beautiful to see you guys. And Silke from Münsterland. Rob Heider from Mallorca. And ANNIKA FEHLING from Sweden. Beautiful. ANNIKA is going to sing for us later on. And so yeah, the Poor Cousins are watching via YouTube. I know quite a few people are doing so. If you're watching on Facebook right now and you want to watch this possibly in a better quality, then head over to YouTube. I'll put the link in the chat. I hope you will be able to see it. And so people are watching on YouTube and they're commenting on Facebook, because most people are watching on Facebook, and this is sort of where the chat community is. But you can see this on YouTube on... Let me just do this. I'm really quick with typing on the computer. So that's Trailhead Music. No, it's not. It's YouTube, of course. youtube.com/Trailhead Music. And there you can just watch it in the YouTube quality, whatever that may mean. All right. And join the chat on Facebook, where you probably are right now. Okay, cool. If you're commenting on YouTube, I will be able to see this, but the Facebook people will not be able to see it. So maybe comment on Facebook and watch it on YouTube or something. Hello, Mike. All right. It's so nice to be here, guys. Towns van Zandt. So many songs awaiting tonight. I think we have 24 or 25 songs. It's going to be a long night. I hope, you took the day off tomorrow or something. Been out on the highway, gonna watch them big trucks whine. Been out on the highway, I'm gonna watch them big trucks whine. White Freightliner's gonna blow away my mind. Well, Mexico ain't bad, Lord. People there will treat you kind. Yeah, Mexico ain't bad, Lord. People there will treat you kind. Yeah. White Freightliner's gonna blow away my mind. Well, there's bad news from Houston. Half of my friends have died. Well, there is bad news from Houston. Half of my friends have died. Yeah. White Flatliner's gonna steal away my mind. Well, I've been out on the highway, gonna watch them big trucks whine. Yeah, been out on the highway, gonna watch them big trucks whine. Yeah. White Freightliner's gonna steal away. White Freightliner's gonna steal away. Yeah. White Freightliner's gonna steal away my mind. White Freightliner Blues. It's one of the first Townes Van Zandt songs I learned, and that's a fun one. All right, guys. So, hello, Karin. Nice to see you. Yeah, lots of people are jumping over to YouTube to watch this. I think that makes a lot of sense. All right, so I just want to take this moment before we start the show to say that I'm really happy to be here and that this show is happening. Many of you know that I posted a video where I explained that it sort of became difficult for me to continue doing these shows because I had no income from them and I had to make time for them. And I sort of said that I need to generate at least 250 euros each show to be able to make time for it, and not take work my day job during these 2-3 days that it takes me to put on a show. And you guys came together and made it happen, and we reached the 250 euros, even a little more than that, and I'm very, very grateful for it. I just wanted to say this, and I'm gonna get back to that later. And for the next show next month, there's a new fundraiser, and I'm gonna mention that again later. I just wanted to say thank you now that this is happening. We are all here. I'm really excited about this. All right, guys. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so YouTube is a little bit behind the Facebook streaming, but I hope this is not a big issue. All right, so I think it's time to start the show. Townes Van Zandt, it says here, and this is what's happening tonight. Lots of songs, and our first sort of the opener of the show, someone that I had to apologize for big time, not in the last show, but I think it was the January, like the Christmas show or something. I think it was the Christmas show, where I was so scrambled in my brain that I almost forgot to play Graham's song, and I did forget to play his song. I'm talking about Evil Mr. Sod. So today, Evil Mr. Sod has 2 songs in the show. I think everyone comes that. And he's also opening the show. So, without further ado, I'm giving you Evil Mr. Sod to kick off this Townsend and evening tonight. Enjoy.
Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Fall Town. Today we are celebrating Townsend Zandt and his music. And he's one of my favorite songwriters of all time. I got to thank my friend Oliver Grauer because he introduced me to his music. And yeah, the song I'm gonna play tonight, one of the songs I'm gonna play tonight, the first song I'm gonna play tonight is Colorado Girl, which is a simple song. It has like a blues structure, but I think it's a really, really, really nice song, and I hope you like it. Well, I'm going out to Denver, see if I can find. I'm going out to Denver, see if I can find that loving Colorado girl of mine. Well, the promise in her smile shames the mountains tall. Oh, the promise in her smile shames the mountains tall. She can bring the sun to shine and tell the rain to fall. Been a long time, mama, since I heard you call my name. Been a long time since I heard you call my name. Got to see my Colorado girl again. Be there tomorrow. Oh, mama, don't you cry. Be there tomorrow. Now, mama, don't you cry. I got to kiss this lonesome Texas blues goodbye. Well, I'm going out to Denver, see if I can find. I'm going out to Denver, see if I can find that loving Colorado girl of mine. That loving Colorado girl of mine.
Beautiful song, Colorado Girl. One of the many songs tonight that I didn't know yet. So I know a couple of Townsend Zandt's records, but I don't know them all. And even if I listen to them, I'm not aware of every song. And it's so good that so many of the performances tonight bring back these songs or just reintroduce them to me. just talking about myself here, because as usual, I'm enjoying this as much as you guys are, and I'm just learning so much. I'm discovering so much on this show. This is part of why I do it. And Colorado Girl is just one of those rediscoveries. Thanks a lot, Pablo. And by the way, those of you in Germany, in Berlin, Pablo and me will have a concert together. We already planned one last year, but that didn't happen, I think for health reasons. Kind of lose track of that because people get sick and, all the time. But we arranged another date, and it's a bit far from now. But if you want to save the date, that's December 8th. We're playing in Berlin at the Zimmer 16. So if you're in Berlin, if you're in Germany, you want to come see us play, that's December 8th. Pablo and me are going to share the stage in Berlin. And this is going to be a lot of fun. Maybe we're going to play Towns van Zandt. This being December 8th, maybe we're going to play some John Lennon. Who knows? But this is not about John Lennon. This is about towns. And our next artists are actually 3 artists. We're moving from Spain, from Pablo's home to Sweden, to the beautiful island of Gotland, where ANNIKA FEHLING lives, and maybe her band members are living there too. I'm not sure. ANNIKA is in the chat. Maybe ANNIKA can let us know if you all are from Gotland. Gotland, actually, not Gothland. It's not the Gothic land. That probably is the good country or something. ANNIKA FEHLING and her bandmates gonna play us a very dark song of Towns. At least I always perceived it as a dark song. And which Towns song is not dark? There's a couple ones, but not many. Here's ANNIKA FEHLING and her band.
Hi everyone from Visby, Gotland. This is ANNIKA FEHLING and Robert Wallström and Christer Jonasson, 12. And we will do a Towns van Zandt song for you that we've had on the repertoire for a long time. Although maybe not played it so often lately. So we're very happy to be part of this. Thank you, Tobias, for doing it and for letting us be a part of it. And hope you enjoy it. It's Lungs.
Plant your seed and bitterly breathe up the time that's passing. Breath out taken, breath out give. Pray the day's not poised. Stand among the ones who live in lonely indecision. Will fingers walk the darkness down? Mine is on the midnight. Gather up the gold you found, you fool. It's only moonlight. If you stop to take it home, your hands will turn to butter. Better leave this dream alone. Try to find another. Salvation sat and crossed herself and called the devil partner. Wisdom burned upon a shelf who killed the raging cancer. Seal the river at its mouth, take the water prisoner. Fill the skies with screams and cries, bathed in fiery answers. Jesus was an only son, love his own concept. Strangers crying foreign tongues and dirty on the doorstep. I for one and you for two ain't got the time for outside. Keep your injured looks to you, we'll tell the world that we tried.
Wow, that was really cool. Thank you, Annika. In that church, I think for the Bob Dylan show, you also played in that church, didn't you? That's always a really cool vibe. Thank you so much to you and to your two companions, musical companions. That was lovely. Lungs. What a song. I'm not exactly sure what that song is about, but I'm sure you guys can let me know. Something about exchanging your lungs. All right. So that was Annika FEHLING, everyone. And as usual, if you want to find out more about the artists that are playing tonight, if you want to support the artists, buy their T-shirts, buy their CDs, buy their albums, vinyl, whatever they offer, downloads, head over to the post description of this video in YouTube that's below the video, or wherever it is. Above the chat you usually have the video description, and there you find the links for all the artists that are participating tonight, that will direct you to wherever the artist wants you to go, and you can check them out and write them a line, say you enjoyed their performance on Facebook or wherever. You can reach them easiest. It's always good to hear from people who enjoy our music, I can say, as a musician myself. All right, cool. So before we move on, I would like to mention again that I'm very grateful for everyone who supported this show, who contributed to the fundraiser to reach the money that was necessary to put on this show. And I would just like to read the names, not the full names, because I'm not sure if everyone wants that, but I would like to say thank you to Claudia, it's a very difficult name for a German, Claudia, John, Karin, Jill, thanks to Mikko, thanks to Yvette, thanks to Karl-Heinz, to Michael, to John, thanks to Wolf, thanks to Graham, thanks to Edeltraut, thanks to Bobby, thank you Stuart, Frank, Vanessa, thank you Matthew, and several anonymous supporters who did not want to put their names out. So thanks so much for that. You guys made it happen. You are responsible that this show is happening. And there will be a new fundraiser for the next show, which will need to be pre-financed again. But I will mention that a little bit later. So there's a new fundraiser that's sort of starting today. All right. But before we come to that, I would like to continue today with our first Folktown premiere for today. We have two Folktown premieres, and one of them is Pat Carter, and he is a singer-songwriter based in Berlin that I came across him several times, usually on Facebook. That's where you come across people these days, sort of, because he's playing music in the Americana alt country vein. That is also where I'm at home a little bit. And I'm very happy he's on the show today. He's the leader of a band called RODEO FM. And some of you might already know this band. If not, check it out. They have a new album out. I have to check that again because he let me know, but I did not memorize it. But thank God I have my notes. Yeah. They actually have it out on March 25th. It's not out yet, but out soon. And it's called Right Wing Planet. And fear not, they are not a right-wing band, but you kind of know that with an album like that, there's some political topic matter in the songs, and I think, yeah, it's just really good music. So do check it out. They're called RODEO FM, and Pat Carter is going to sing for us now. And before I ramble on here, without really knowing what I'm saying, please welcome Joe Carter. No, sorry, Pat Carter. Jesus Christ. Sorry about that, Pat. Pat Carter.
Hey, I'm Pat Carter, and I'm going to do Kathleen by Townes Van Zandt. And I think that's quite a special song by Townes Van Zandt, as he's using this language that almost reminds me of early 19th century romantics, like with those nature metaphors and a ghost, and uses that to convey his sense of despair and hopelessness, classic Townes Van Zandt topics. Any other singer-songwriter doing that would just sound pretentious or plain shallow. So I'm going to do this and try not to sound too shallow. It's plain to see the sun won't shine today, but I ain't in the mood, sunshine anyway. Maybe I go insane, got to stop the pain. Maybe I go down and see Kathleen. A swallow comes, tell me of her dreams. She says she'd like to know just what they mean. I feel like I could die as I watch her flying by. Ride them off and down to see Kathleen. Stars hang high above the ocean's roar. The moon has come to lead me to her door. Crystal across the sand, the waves take my hand. Soon I'm gonna see my sweet Kathleen. Soon I'm gonna see my sweet Kathleen.
Beautiful. I don't know about you guys, but with this song and some of the others as well, I immediately, you know, start singing some harmonies here. Got my guitar here and playing along a little bit. This is one of the great things about Townes Van Zandt songs. They're, you know, if you somehow know the song and know how the chords are going, it's so easy to play along with many of these songs, because they are so deceptively simple, which of course they are not, but they don't sound complicated. Like, they don't sound like all those songs we had last time, like all those Joni Mitchell songs that are like, oh my God, I gotta play a Joni Mitchell song. It's not so difficult to play a Townes Van Zandt song. Maybe it's really difficult to play it well, but you just feel like playing along right away. Thanks a lot for that, Pat. That was beautiful. And sorry again for calling it Joe. Yeah, maybe next time we meet, it'll be Joe Cartwright. Why not? That was a cool guy. All right. So, and I know why I called you Joe, Pat, because our next artist is Joe Armstrong, and I just, you know, I double read there in the 2 lines. And Joe, of course, is a regular on the show, and he's going to play us a song that I won't say anything about because I don't want to give it away. So I'm just going to give you Joe Armstrong. Here he is.
Hi everyone. It's nice to be back on Folktown, especially for a Townes Van Zandt tribute. I'm sure that for quite a few people contributing tonight, Townes is a very special songwriter indeed. I first got to know his music. I was on tour in the late 90s with Dave Cusworth and a band together, and he introduced me to Townes. We would listen in the car, we would listen to mixtapes, and there was a song by Townes Van Zandt called No Deal on it. And it's such a brilliant song and so funny, you know, and I thought, oh, this Townes Van Zandt sounds like a really funny guy. I've got to get into his music, I've got to find out more about him. And as we all know, when you find out more about Townes' music, he's a bit more than just a funny guy. There's a lot more going on there. So this is one of Townes' more serious songs. Here it goes. I used to wake and run with the moon. I lived like a rake and a young man. I covered my lovers with flowers and wounds. After the devil would frighten, the sun she would come, beat me back down. But every cruel day had its nightfall. Welcome the stars with wine and guitars, full of fire and forgetful. Well, my body was sharp and the dark hair clean, and outraged my joyful companion. The whispering women, how sweet did they seem, kneeling for me to command them. The time was like water, but I was a sea. I wouldn't have noticed it passing, except for the turning of night into day, the turning of day into cursing. Oh, you look at me now, don't think I don't know what all your eyes are saying. Does he want us to believe these ravings and lies, just tricks that his mind's been a-playing? A lover of women can hardly stand, trembled, he's bent and he's broken. I've fallen, it's true, but I say to you, hold your tongues until after I've spoken. Oh, I'd taken my pride and the pleasures I'd known. I laughed and said I'll be forgiven, but my laughter turned round, eyes blazing, and said, friend, we're holding a wedding. I covered my face and spoke once again, the night to the day we're a binding. Now the dark hair is like fire on my skin, even the moonlight is blinding. Now the dark hair is like fire on my skin, even the moonlight is blinding.
Even the moonlight is blinding. That line always stuck out to me somehow. Yeah, not one of Townes' very few happy songs for sure. Thanks so much for that, Joe. As usual, that was brilliant. And yeah, I think this was to me at least, one of your best performances on the show. Maybe that's due to the song, I don't know, but it sounded really, really good. Thanks, man. So yeah, many clapping hands coming in for Joe, and we're continuing with one of Townes' most popular songs. I heard this in, I don't know, at least 2 or 3 movies they used it. They used it in Hell or High Water. That's for sure, and the other ones I don't remember. But this is being used in movies all over the place. So if they use a Townes song, it's often this one. And it's played today by Bernd BÖCKMANN. And Bernd, of course, is a regular. We all know him and love his voice and his guitar play. But today, Bernd is not alone. So look forward to Bernd BÖCKMANN and company. Where is he, Bernd? Here you are.
Hello, Folktown family, and hello, Tobias. I'm very happy to be again a part of the show. And for this celebration of Townes Van Zandt, I have to introduce a special guest. My wife Heike and I, we did a duet of one of my favorite Van Zandt songs, If I Needed You. I first heard it sung by Lie Lovett, and later I got into Townes Van Zandt songs more, and I really like his kind of songwriting. And so it's a pleasure for us to be a part of the show, and we hope you like our version.
If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me and ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I would swim the seas for to ease your pain. Of love, you will miss sunrise if you close your eyes. That would break my heart in two. If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me and ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come
come to you, I would swim the seas for to ease your pain. The lady's with me now, since I showed her how to lay her lily hand in mine. Loop and Lil agree, she's a sight to see, and a treasure for the poor to find. If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me and ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I would swim the seas for to ease your pain.
Oh my. Oh, you guys. Mate, song is already so beautiful, and that was really a treat. Bernd and Heike. Thanks so much, Heike, for joining Bernd on this one. I really hope we see you again in a later show. That was beautiful to hear you both together. And people are writing in the chat how much that song means to them. And you did it more than justice. Jesus Christ. I especially liked, Bernd, that little devil angel on your shoulder appearing, playing a solo there. Very, very nice touch. All right. Yeah, as Karl-Heinz Kuhn is writing Die beiden sind der Hammer. Those two are the hammer, as we say in German. Yeah. Not referring to MC Hammer or anything. All right, cool. So on we go with another Folktown regular, and we're hopping over from Germany, from Europe, over the pond to the States, to Nashville. And Nashville is home, of course, to Dave Coleman, who has been very busy, so he was not able to join us in the last Folktown episodes, but very happy he's back. This beautiful Townsend Zandt song. Please welcome back Dave Coleman.
Hey Folktown friends and neighbors, this is Dave Coleman from the band The Coleman here. Thank you for inviting me to be part of this Towns Van Zandt tribute. Here's a song that I love. I've been playing with my band and off and on for 20 years, crazy. I always loved this one because it was a very positive sort of like a different take on Towns' writing than what so many of the dark songs that he wrote, but I just always gravitated towards this as being this beautiful, simple song. It's called Be Here to Love Me Today. Here I see conclusion in all this confusion of mine. Though you and I both know it's only the warm glow of our wine. It's got you to feeling this way, but I don't care, I want you to stay and hold me and tell me you'll be here to love me today. The children are dancing and the gamblers are chancing their all. The windows accusing that door of abusing the wall.
night watchmen say the stage has been set for the play. Just hold me and tell me you'll be here to love me today. The moon's come and gone, but a few stars hang on to the sky. And the wind's blowing free, though it ain't up to me to ask why. But the poets are demanding their pay, and there's nothing left for me to say, except hold me and tell me you'll be here to love me today. Just hold me and tell me you'll be here to love me today.
Be here to love me today. Beautiful. Thanks, Dave, for inviting us into your kitchen. And hello to your cat, of course. Enjoying that song as well. Be Here to Love Me. Yeah, that's the title of a beautiful documentary about towns. I posted that yesterday in the Folktown Facebook page. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, it's free on YouTube. It's very well worth the watch. The quality is not super great on YouTube, so if you can get the DVD or the stream somewhere, it's really difficult to find those documentaries that feature towns for streaming, at least here in Europe. I don't find it anywhere. I was looking for hard-won highways, and that I couldn't find worldwide. It wasn't available. So if you guys know where to stream that, where to watch that, I would appreciate that very much. And Be Here to Love Me, at least you find it on YouTube for free. Yeah. Mark van der Steen is writing, I'm a bit jealous of you, Graham. I wish I had still new town songs. So it seems like Mark has listened to everything. All right, cool. Goody, you have the DVD here of the hard-won highways. Maybe we can come to some agreement there, you and me. No, I just have to get it. I mean, you can still purchase it. You can still buy it online, but I was hoping to stream it somewhere. All right, cool. So that was Dave Coleman of the band The Coleman. And do check him out. Very cool Americana, old country, and folk music these guys are playing in Nashville. So I would like to let you guys know, as usual, if you enjoy this show and you would like Folktown to go on and to have the next episode at the end of March, I will announce the exact date a little bit later on. There's a new fundraiser out, and as I explained to you before, I always need around 250 euros to make the time to put on a show. And the new fundraiser sort of starts now. And you find the link, above the chat. But I'm also going to put it in the chat right now. All right. So, for some weird reason, I posted this. Oh, this is interesting. I can post this. Post all. All right. So you guys should be able to see it, I hope. So I just posted this on Facebook and YouTube simultaneously. Man, technology, it freaks me out. You find the new link to the PayPal fundraiser, and thank you so much in advance to everyone who gets sort of a supporter ticket to show appreciation for this show and to also pre-finance the next show. A word of explanation for this. So if you start a fundraiser on PayPal, this was the easiest way for me to do this. I'm sure there's other ways, but this was the quickest and easiest way for me to do this. But PayPal seems to automatically set up 3 suggested amounts. So I did not suggest these amounts, but they are there and I cannot take them away. At least I don't know how. But it also says below those suggested amounts, other amounts. So you can completely choose a free amount of your liking, whatever suits you, whatever you want to choose to support the show, or whatever the possibilities are for you. You can completely choose freely or use one of those suggested amounts. All right, thank you so much. Enough words about the fundraiser, and on with the show. The next participant is, I think it's his second round on Folktown. He had his premiere last time with the Joni Mitchell show, and George Stott, which I'm still not sure if I'm pronouncing this correctly, George. We have to talk about this at some point, because he introduces himself completely different. But this has something to do with the mysteries of the Scottish language that I'm not enough familiar with. So apologies if I say anything wrong, as usual. George Stott is joining us from Scotland, and he's playing a song that I initially thought about playing, but then George chose it, and I thought, what the hell, I'm choosing another one. I love this song very much. It's one of the few songs of Towns that is not dark at all, but it's very joyful, and maybe that's the reason I love it so much. So thanks, George, for playing it. Please enjoy, everyone. Here's George Stott.
Hello there, George in Edinburgh again. Thanks for having us back. First saw Towns in the film Heart-Worn Highways. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's a wonderful film. Can't really say I know any happy Towns stories. He did play in Edinburgh a few times. I never went to see him. I knew the guy that promoted the gigs. He says his last memory of Towns in Edinburgh was sitting on the steps on the Royal Mile, coughing up blood. There you go, there's a picture of Towns. So I'm going to do Loretta for you now. Enjoy. Cheers. Loretta, she's my barroom girl, wears M7s on her sleeve, dances like a diamond shines, tells me lies I like to believe. Her age is always 22, laughing eyes a hazel hue, spends my money like waterfalls, loves me like I want her to. Loretta, won't you say to me, darling, put your guitar on, have another shot of booze, and play a sweet and a wailing song. The guitar sings a melody, my guitar sings Loretta's fine, long and lazy, blue and free, I can have her anytime. Sweetest in the break of day, prettiest in the setting sun. She don't cry when I can't stay, at least not till she's all alone. Loretta, I won't be gone long, keep your dancing slippers on, and keep me on your mind a while. I'm coming home, I'm coming home. Oh, Loretta, she's my barroom girl, wears them sevens on her sleeve. Thank you.
Thank you, George. Man, I love that song. Thanks for playing it. It's always great to hear it. I much prefer to hear it from someone else than from myself. So thanks a lot for choosing this song. Yeah, that's right, Graham. Actually, I never noticed that the song only has 3 chords, because it's so lovely. It doesn't sound like a 3-chord song to me. Yeah. All right. Very, very warm welcome to my beautiful wife, Carolina, who is obviously free for the evening. Our daughter seems to be sleeping. Congratulations. It's not even that late. Usually she doesn't get to watch these shows because she's working, putting the kid to bed. All right, so I'm just checking if there's something I missed. That's funny, Graham. You say there's so many of these songs you don't know. I always thought I was the one who knew, released very few Towns songs. And you were calling out for Towns and Zandt shows. So it's good that you get to discover so many of these songs. Isn't that great? I love this. All right, so we're moving on to Prague. Actually, the States, the 2 ladies who are coming up are from the States, but they are living in Prague right now, calling themselves a Rodeo Queen. And they've been on the show before, and Laura of Rodeo Queen has been even more often on the show. And they're going to play a song that I'm not familiar with, and Laura has a funny story, a funny segue into the song. I like that story she's telling about the horse, the riding experience. All right, here's Rodeo Queen, everyone.
Hello. Hello. This is Hadley Mackin. I am Laura Camp, and we are Rodeo Queen. We are playing Buckskin Stallion Blues. And the first time I ever rode a buckskin horse, the horse didn't belong to us, and I was just a little kid, and we were on this big horse with a big giant saddle with a big saddle horn. Anyway, I'm riding this horse, and we go to the end of the pasture, and the horse turns around and just hightails it back to its friends, and all I could do was just hold on. And I didn't fall off, but it was pretty terrifying. So anyway, that's why I like this song.
I didn't even know what a buckskin stallion was before this song, so she's definitely the rodeo and the Rodeo Queen.
Well, and this is the queen. Okay, thanks a lot. Hope y'all enjoy it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Heard her sing in tongues of silver. I heard her cry on a summer storm. I loved her, but she did not know it, so I don't think about her anymore. Now she's gone and I can't believe it, so I don't think about her anymore. 3 and 4 were 7 only. Where would that leave 1 and 2? Love can be and still be lonely. Where does that leave me and you? Time there was and time there will be. Where does that leave me and you? If I had a buckskin stallion, train him down and ride away. If I had a flying schooner, sail into the light of day. If I had your love to grab her, sail into the light of day. faces, places that I've never seen. Pretty songs and pretty faces, tell me what their laughter means. Some look like they'll cry forever, tell me what their laughter means. If I had a buckskin stallion, train me down and ride away. If I had a golden galleon, sail into the light of day. If I had your love forever, sail into the light of day.
Thanks so much, you two. It's always great to have you on the show. Beautiful harmonies, like everyone was commenting. And I would just like to know, what is a buckskin stallion or a buckskin horse? I have no idea. So maybe you could let us know. I know Rodeo Queen are in the chat. Please do let us know. At least let me know. What the hell is that? Buckskin stallion. Beautiful song. I like the little technology touch that Laura had there. Operating the mobile phone or the camera with the little remote. That was a nice touch, I thought. Nice touch. All right, Wolf Schubert K is a fan, and wait, what's that? Someone was writing something funny. I lost it now. All right, cool. Rodeo Queen, everyone. If you're in Prague and the Czech Republic or anywhere else, go see them play live. I always hope that you girls are going to come to Berlin. Everyone comes to Berlin. Come on. All right. So, Nishan Gunavardena is asking about Kathleen, Highway Kind, Nothing. Nothing? Is that a song title? Nothing? I don't know that one. And Lungs. So we had Kathleen already. Pat Carter sang that. Lungs we had ANNIKA FEHLING. Highway Kind. MATs is coming up. Nothing. I'm not familiar with that one. All right. Cool. So on we go. From the Czech Republic, actually from America. We're staying in the US. We're going back to Nashville. To a friend of Dave's, actually. They used to tour together in Germany and England as well, I think. Dave playing guitar for Stephen Simmons, who's up next. Please welcome back, everyone, to the Folktown scene from Nashville, Tennessee, Stephen Simmons.
Hey, Folktowners. Good to see you guys again. And congratulations, Tobias, on being able to keep the show going, and really happy to join in and celebrate one of my favorite songwriters, Townes Van Zandt. This is just one of, I don't know that I have a favorite song. Yes, I have a bunch of favorites, but anyway, this is my rendition of To Live Is to Fly, which is a song I originally learned as a young man off a live Guy Clark record. And like a lot of Townes songs, this one's been covered a lot by a lot of people, and Guy's version was just a little bit different than Townes. So here's I'll do my best here to do a rendition of the original Townes version. So anyway, here it is. Won't say I love you, babe. Won't say I need you, babe. But I'm gonna get you, babe, and I will not do you wrong. Living's mostly wasting time, and I waste my share of mine. It don't feel too good, so let's don't take too long. You're soft as glass, and I'm a gentleman. We got the sky to talk about and the earth to lie upon. Days up and down they come, like rain on a conga drum. Forget most, remember some, but don't turn none away. Everything is not enough, nothing is too much to bear. Where you been is a good and gone, all you keep's a getting there. All to live is to fly, both low and high. So shake the dust off of your wings and the sleep out of your eyes. Goodbye to all my friends, it's time to go again. But think of all the poetry and the picking down the line. I miss the system here, the bottom's low and the treble's clear. It don't pay to think too much on the things you leave behind. Well, I may be gone, but it won't be long, and I'll be bringing back melody and the rhythm that I find. We all got holes to fill, and them holes are all that's real. Some fall on you like a storm, some you dig your own. The choice is yours to make, and time is yours to take. Some dive into the sea, some toil upon stone. Or to live is to fly, both low and high. So shake the dust off of your wings and the sleep out of your eyes. Shake the dust off of your wing and the tears out of your eyes. Cheers.
Man, that is such a song. The holes are the only thing that's real. Thanks, Stephen. As usual, magic on that D25 of yours. I guess it was the D25. Beautiful. Little bit of lost for words here. Don't know really what to say about this. Such a great song. All right. Yeah. Thank you, Stephen. Yeah. Just lots of love coming in the chat here. And yeah, some people having fond memories of seeing Stephen live in Germany, house concerts and other places. And yeah, hopefully he's gonna make it over here again, with or without Dave. Best with Dave, that would be preferable. But I know it's really difficult these days to tour at all, not to mention anything else but a solo tour, especially internationally, overseas. Yeah, difficult days, but we're all trying to make it happen. All right. So we have an update here, but before I get to that, I wanted to ask you guys something. So I keep, as you probably noticed, I keep putting in these little comments while the video is playing, when people are saying nice things about the performance. And I've been doing this during a couple of shows. Some shows I didn't do it. Let me know if you like this, or if it's maybe disturbing when someone is playing. Maybe you just want to see the video and none of these little comments. Or maybe you think it's nice, you know, see your own comment there or something. Let me know if I should keep doing this, or if I just, you know, keep it out, scrap it, and not continue with that. Yeah, if you feel like letting me know. If you don't care, then just, whatever. So I wanted to give you guys a little heads up about the buckskin horse stallion situation. So a couple of comments up, and unfortunately I lost the comment, but someone from the States, I think a lady from the States, was writing about what a buckskin stallion is, and it had something to do with the color, I think. But of course I lost the comment, and so I'm just gonna give you guys a little photo here. So apparently that's a buckskin stallion, and I guess it has to do with the color, which is sort of brownish, I guess. So just for all those ignorant people like me who didn't know what the hell a buckskin stallion is, there was a little photo for you. All right, so it's cool putting in the comments. Looks cool, works for me. What you're doing is fine, it's nice. Maybe Stephen can come back with a whole band. Yes, please. I mean, we all want band concerts all the time, of course. It's not easy to put on band concerts. I have so much respect for everyone who keeps a band together, or a trio, or even a duo. It's not easy. It's not easy keeping everyone on the road and fed and paid, and so we all do it the best way we can. But I just wanted to say this. I really admire that. Okay, so buckskin is the color, says Rodeo Queen. Stallion is the male horse. Thank you. I didn't know that. All right. So, to live is to fly is engraved on Towns' grave in Dido Cemetery in Texas. All right. So, people, on we go. The next artist, I have to check that myself. Oh, yeah. Yeah, someone that we all, most of us, are very familiar with. So, please welcome from England, Hastings, I should rather say from Hastings, England, in the United Kingdom, everyone, here's Jason McNiff.
Hi everybody, Jason McNiff here. First heard about Towns when I was playing in the early days in London in the 90s. I was playing in this place called the 12 Bar Club a lot, and there was a fella there that used to work the door, a guy called Vince, and Vince had been Towns' tour manager throughout Europe in these sort of final years. Towns actually did his very last gig at the Borderline, which was just across the street from the 12 Bar. Both venues now gone, of course, just like everything else is disappearing. But Vince used to bang on about Towns. Every time I saw him, he'd be like, "Have you listened to Towns yet?" He had a sort of Irish accent. I can't do Irish accents, can't do any accents actually. But have you listened to Towns yet? Always going on about Towns, how he's the best ever songwriter, like, oh, Dylan's nothing next to this guy, And I was like, yeah, all right, Vince, whatever you say. But years later, I did then listen to Towns, and I think Vince might have been right all along. This is called The Highway Kind. My days, they are the highway kind, they only come to leave. But the leaving I don't mind, it's the coming I crave. Pour the sun upon the ground, stand to throw a shadow. Watch it grow into the night, fill the spinning sky. Time among the pine trees felt like breath of air. Usually I just walk these streets, tell myself to care. Sometimes I believe me, sometimes I don't hear. Sometimes the shape I'm in won't let me go. Well, I don't know too much for truth, but my heart knows how to pound. My legs know how to love someone, my voice knows how to sound. Shame that it's not enough, shame that it is a shame. Follow the circle down, where would you be? You're the only one I want, I never heard your name. Let's hope that we meet someday, if we don't it's all the same. I'll meet the ones between us, and I'll be thinking about you, and all the places I have seen, and why you weren't there.
Great as always, the great living Jason McNiff. Thanks so much, Jason. I haven't heard you play that song before. Jason plays My Proud Mountain quite a lot on his, I mean not a lot, but he plays it frequently on his live streams, which happen every Thursday at 8:30 British time on Jason's Facebook page. Do check that out. If you like this, then you will definitely like these live streams as well. Jason McNiff, everyone. And so Karl-Heinz Kuhn is saying, hab das neue CD live at the Jennies. Not sure if I get you right, Karl-Heinz, if you mean that you have the new CD live at the Jennies. Do you refer to Jason? I didn't know he has a CD out live at the Jennies. Maybe I missed that. Probably the Jenny Lind. Lovely as ever from Jason. Yes, My Proud Mountains. Graham is mentioning that as well. All right. Mette is saying farewell. All right, Mette, you're missing your own contribution, but have a nice evening. All right, just trying to get a little back to you guys in the comments. Yeah, Nishan is saying, my wish came true. Thanks, Jason. Great rendition. All right. It's an older CD. So Jason McNiff live at the Jenny? I'm not aware of this one. Why not? All right, so people, that was Jason McNiff, of course. And our next artist, I'm just checking my list here. Is, oh yeah, we're moving over to Italy, and I'm really happy we have a great artist and songwriter from Italy for a couple of shows now. Lorenzo Bertocchini has been joining us from Varese in the north of Italy, and he's playing the other of the probably two most famous Townes Van Zandt songs. And I'm really looking forward to his version. Everyone, please welcome Lorenzo Bertocchini.
Ciao, friends. Good to be here with you to celebrate the life and music of the great Townes Van Zandt. I had the chance to meet Townes and watch him play at the Only a Hobo Festival, of course, thanks to Carlo Carlini. It was in 1994. December, in a town nearby called Sesto Calende, and another great Texan was there that night, Joe Ely, who told funny stories about Townes hitchhiking. I think Eric Anderson, Rick Danko, Jonas Field, and many more great artists were there. And us, the audience, were watching in religious silence, you know, as Townes sang his beautiful songs. He was a great poet and songwriter. He was a funny guy, but also, I guess, a sad guy, a tortured soul. Somebody said he was a sad hero, and I believe it could be true. But he left us some great songs. And here's one of them. I normally play it with my friend John Casey, but John's not here, so I'll try it by myself. It's called Pancho and Lefty. Living on the road, my friend, is gonna keep you free and clean. Now you wear your skin like iron, your breath's as hard as kerosene. Weren't your mama's only boy, but her favorite one it seems. She began to cry when you said goodbye, and sank into your dreams. Now Pancho, he was a bandit, boys. His horse was fast as polished steel. He wore his gun outside his pants for all the honest world to feel. But Pancho met his match, you know, on the deserts down in Mexico. Nobody heard his dying word. That's the way it goes. All the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him slip away out of kindness, I suppose. Now Lefty, he can't sing the blues all night long like he used to. And the dust that Pancho bit down south ended up in Lefty's mouth. The day they laid poor Pancho low, Lefty split for Ohio, where he got the bread to go. There ain't nobody knows. All the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him slip away out of kindness, I suppose. Now poets tell how Pancho fell, and Lefty's living in a cheap hotel. The desert's quiet and Cleveland's cold, and so the story ends, we're told. But Pancho needs your presence, true, oh, but save a few for Lefty too. He only did what he had to do. Now he's growing old. All the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him slip away out of kindness, I suppose. Yeah, a few
kindness, I suppose. I love that line. All right. Thanks so much, Lorenzo. Mille grazie. That was brilliant. It's one of those songs that you heard many times from many songwriters, and it's always good to hear a fresh sounding version. Thank you, Lorenzo. Graham was mentioning the video of the Willie Nelson version. If you haven't seen that yet, it's like teased in that Be Here to Love Me documentary. You see a little bit of it. It's funny. Yeah, Towns, there's like a shot in a bar, and Willie Nelson and Merle Haggard, I think it is, they're sitting on at a table and singing the song, and then the camera pans over the people in the cafe and the bar, and one of them is Towns sitting at a table strumming the guitar, just singing along. Yeah, it's a funny video. It's like an 80s kind of Western style video, so one of those, fun to watch. All right. Yeah, that's interesting. Direnda, I think it was you, Direnda, writing about the buckskin horse. Yeah, she says she's in Texas, and she says it's the most popular song, at least in Texas. I think outside of Texas, too. And it's interesting that is really because of Willie Nelson. It was funny also in the documentary where or people are reflecting about that Willie Nelson recorded his song, and every other songwriter would have freaked out because that would have set them for life. One of their songs being recorded by Willie Nelson, and Townes Van Zandt was like, he didn't care. Probably didn't mind about, the extra revenue income, but, he was always after the next good song he could write, I guess. And he was just bitching about those two. Oh yeah, you can sort of imagine, you can picture it, Willie and Merle recording the song, and then they said, oh, let's go out now, put on some desert clothes and shoot the video. That's exactly what they did. Yeah, so anyway. So, Pancho and Lefty, how to follow that? It's very easy. It's to follow it with Mike and Doreen WOLTER, who are always putting on beautiful renditions of the artists' songs that we celebrate here. And again, they are standing in front of their huge CD selection, and very much looking forward to the song. Here's Mike and Doreen WOLTER from Liebenwalde, if I remember correctly, a little village in our north of Berlin, which I have yet to visit. Here's Mike and Doreen WOLTER.
Hi folks there at Folktown. It was a bit difficult for me to find a song by Townes Van Zandt that wasn't already covered by my fellow musicians here in the show. So I had a little look around here. As you can see, I have quite the collection of Townes Van Zandt CDs, and in the end I picked one from this CD, Our Mother the Mountain, and it's only on this album, anyway, on those that I have, Like a Summer Thursday. So enjoy. Bye for now.
Crystal, fair and fine, and her breath was morning, and her lips divine, and her eyes for laughter, and her touch divine, and her face was crystal, and she was mine. She could feel my pain. Feeling is a burden she can't sustain. So Like a summer Thursday, I cried for rain to come and turn the ground to green again. If only she could hear my songs of the empty difference between rights and wrongs, then all that I could stand alone, as well as they, now that she's gone. Crystal, fair and fine. Her breath was morning, and her lips were wine, and her eyes were laughter, and her touch divine. Her face was crystal, and she was mine. Zandt. Bye for now.
Thanks so much, Mike and Doreen. It's always beautiful to hear you guys making it, this nice sound with the guitar and the bass. That lovely Hofner bass Doreen is playing. Thank you for that song. It's one of those that I've never heard of, and sounded just lovely. It's like one of his lighter, not so dark songs. Don't think I've ever seen so many CDs. Oh yeah. Yeah, we all need to go to Mike and Doreen's place to have a listening party there for a couple of years, I guess. All right. So beautiful people of Folktown. I think we are around midway of the show. Let me see. Yeah, we're about midway. Pretty much midway, actually. Okay. And I want to take a moment to thank everyone who already supported the show today. We're at 60 euros for the next show. And just as a little reminder, to put on a show, it takes, to make time to put on a show, takes me about 2 to 3 days. And to not use that time for my day job, I would need at least 250 euros for a show. We have 60 euros already for this one. Thank you to everyone who supported so far. And many people are new to the show, or maybe not many, but those of you who are new to the show, I would just like to explain why I keep coming back to this. I'm doing this show on my own. I'm doing this alone. And to put on a Folktown show with so many artists, it takes several things I need to do. I need to be communicating with over 30 artists we have in the community of artists for the show, by email in the weeks prior to the show. And I have to communicate and find new artists. I have to promote the show through social media and through radio and email. And then I need to edit 15 to 27 videos. It was 24, 25 videos for this show. I have to plan the set list. Takes a bit of time too. And prepare and test the streaming setup, which is always, that's something where I really need to concentrate to not mess things up like I did a couple of times. And then, of course, hosting the show on show day, that's what I'm doing right now. So there's a couple of things I need to do, and just for you to understand what it sort of takes to put on a show. So if you would like to support it, and you haven't done so yet, you can easily do so via the link above the chat. There's the link to the supporter ticket, and I'll also put in the link for the new fundraiser in the chat. And if everything goes well, this will appear both on YouTube and Facebook. All right. Alan Reed is saying, my notifications let me down again. How long have you been on? Well, Folktown always starts 8 p.m. Berlin time. So we are on for 1.5 hours, a little more than 1.5 hours now. So yeah, 8 p.m. Berlin time. What does that mean? Central European time? I don't know. You guys need to make the calculations with some sort of time zone calculator, I guess. Not sure where you are, Alan Reed, but this is what I can tell you, 1.5 hours. Yes, halfway through. That's exactly right, Graham. All right, so thank you for your support and your understanding. And having said that, I might as well play my own video. So here's the song I chose to play tonight. Hope you enjoy. Hey folks, how's it going? Hope you're enjoying the show. So Towns Van Zandt today. First time I heard about Towns Van Zandt was in a small club in Berlin called the Butter Club in Berlin, Friedrichshain. Doesn't exist anymore. It has a different name now, still has live music going. But back in those days, it was a great place to connect with the kind of folk scene in that area of Berlin, and that's actually where I met a lot of people that are now involved in Folktown. You know, Joe Armstrong and Mark Mulholland and Mette Harp. I think Rob Angst may have been involved in that place too. I'm not sure, but he's definitely involved in that scene as well. So Tom Lee Hoo as well. Many great musicians, and it was actually Mark Mulholland that I heard play a town song there, and that was the first time I remembered that was a song by Towns Van Zandt, because it was so gorgeous, the song, and of course Mark's interpretation as well. There was a song called I'll Be Here in the Morning, and I played this song many years in my live concerts. Unfortunately, someone was very fast and snatched that song away from me before I had made up my mind. So, but that's a beautiful rendition. Not sure if that already came up in the show. If not, it's going to be later, and it's going to be really good. So I chose a different song, and this song is called Tecumseh Valley, probably one of Towns' most tragic songs, even though this one's not about him, as far as we know. There might be his story somewhere in there, but it seems like a story he either read or maybe it's a true story, which I'm not aware of, or something he just made up. But it's a really sad song. But I think there's no one who puts tragedy, blues and sadness into such beautiful words and images like Towns Van Zandt. And that's the reason why we're all here to celebrate him. The name she gave was Caroline, the daughter of a miner, and her ways were free, and it seemed to me sunshine walked beside her. She came from Spencer over the hill. Said her pa had sent her, for the cold was low and soon the snow would turn the skies said she'd come to look for work. She was not seeking favors for a dime a day and a place to stay. She turned those hands to labor. But times were hard, Lord, jobs were few. All through Tecumseh Valley, but she asked around, and a job she found, tending bar for Gypsy Sally. Saved enough to get back home as spring replaced the winter, but her dreams were denied. Her pa had died. The word came down from Spencer. So she turned to whoring out in the streets, with all the lust inside her. There was many a man who returned again, lay himself beside her. Found her down beneath the stairs that led to Gypsy Sally. In her hand as she died, there was a note that cried, fare thee well, Tecumseh Valley. The name she gave was Caroline, the daughter of a miner, and her ways were free, and it seemed to me sunshine walked beside her. Thank you, guys. I'm glad you enjoyed that. I love this song. I don't really know why. It's so bloody sad. Yeah, I think I learned this song in, Carolina, my wife, was just mentioning this. I think I learned this in Norway when I spent 2 months there and met lots of great musicians. And they had this great library in Norway, in Bergen. and the city of Bergen, second biggest city in Norway. And that library was just full of so much great music and so many great books and videos, and you could get every great, concert DVD there. That was a great place to hang out. And we rented all those CDs. We ripped them all on our computer. It doesn't matter anymore these days. It's all streaming now, so no one cares. But we didn't have much money, and we got ourselves a lot of good music from that library. So thanks a lot, Bergen Library. Still much obliged. All right. Next up, I just mentioned him in my introduction, is Mark Mulholland, who, thanks to Mark, I actually noticed for the first time who Townes Van Zandt is. And he's playing a song. Mark was actually asking me about many songs that were already taken, and he kept at it, and he kept suggesting new titles, and I said, no, that one's taken too. He wanted to do I'll Be Here in the Morning as well, of course. And so he kept at it. I'm really happy he did. He did find a song that no one had taken yet. So here's Mark Mulholland, everyone.
First time I heard of Townes Van Zandt was when the owner of a bar that I used to play in Galway in West of Ireland told me, oh, there's a great singer-songwriter from Texas playing next week. You should come and check it out. But I'd never heard of him, and the tickets were quite expensive. So to my eternal regret, I never went along to the gig, which apparently was amazing. And it was only later the wonderful music of Townes Van Zandt. And been playing several of his songs ever since. Unfortunately, when I wrote to Tobias shortly after the end of the last edition of Folktown, the various songs that I already knew had already been snapped up by other eager performers. So I eventually got my fifth choice. So here it is, Tower Song. It's a beautiful song of Townes.
Close and yet so far away, and all the things I'd hoped to say will have to go unsaid today. Perhaps until tomorrow, your fears have built a wall between our lives and all that loving means. We'll have to go unfelt, it seems, leaving only sorrow. Built your tower strong and tall. Can't you see that it's got to fall someday? You close your eyes and speak to me, faith and love and destiny, as distant as eternity from truth and understanding. Wind blows cold outside your door, whispers words I've tried before, but you don't hear me anymore. Your pride's just too demanding. You built your tower strong and tall. Can't you see that it's got to fall someday? The end is coming soon, it's plain. A warm bed just ain't worth the pain. And I will go and you'll remain with the bitterness we tasted. Mother's breast and newborn child, poet's tears, drown drunken smile. I can't help thinking all the while their meaning won't be wasted. You built your tower strong and tall. Can't you see that it's got to fall someday? There you go, Townes Van Zandt, one of the greatest, and I hope to see you all soon and enjoy the rest of the tunes. All the best.
All the best, Mark. Thanks for Tower Song. I hadn't heard that one before, so that was lovely. That was beautiful. It's always so nice to hear Mark play. I don't know what it is. Mark Mulholland, everyone. I'm not sure where Mark is at the moment. He's in France, but he's also all over the place. He used to live in Haiti. He used to live in Berlin. He used to live in Africa. I forgot which country. He's all over the place. And wherever he is, just sounds great. And he, keeps hooking up with musicians wherever he is and creating new projects. And yeah, it's always interesting to hear what Mark's up to. And he, not so long ago, he put out his new album called Revolutions Go in Circles. And it's out on his own label, Port of Call. I think I mixed it up now. But the important thing is not the name of his label, but the important thing is it's Mark Mulholland, and the album is called Revolutions Go in Circles. Please do check it out. And Rick is saying maybe he's getting the band back together. Wouldn't that be something? All right. So we had a mention here from Alvaro, I think, who said he wrote a novel about Townes. And so this evening is very important to him because, he's very connected with Townes music. So Alvaro, that's very interesting. Maybe you can put a link to your novel in the chat so we can all check it out. And maybe you can sell a couple copies. That would be really cool. Because there's many Townes Van Zandt fans here, obviously, tonight. So feel free to post a link where we can check out this book of yours. All right, Alvaro. So that was Mark Mulholland, everyone. And our next artist is our second premiere for tonight. And he's a fellow singer-songwriter from Germany. And I'm very happy he contacted me because I hadn't heard of him before, or from him, or about him. But as it is, we have a couple of common friends, common Facebook friends, and it's always interesting when you meet someone new on Facebook. You check out the friends where you have the overlap with the friends, and you see, oh, he's from that circle. Oh, it's from that circle. So I'm very happy we have with us today Martin LIXENFELD or Feld. Did I mix up something there? Oh my God. So anyway, Martin, I'm very, very sorry about that. I'm always really horrible with the names. Jesus Christ, even the German names. But Martin is a singer-songwriter. He used to live in England for a long time. He's going to tell you about that. Very interesting story he's telling. And he had this video with the Townes Van Zandt song already finished. So he has his own titles in there and everything. But the intro he made for the show, and this is the cool thing. So please, everyone, welcome Martin LIXENFELD. Or LIXENFELD. Very sorry about this, Martin. Here he is.
Hello, my name is Martin LIXENFELD. I'm a singer-songwriter. I write for and mostly sing and play solo with an acoustic guitar. all low-tech and handmade the way they used to do it. I was born and raised in Germany, took a degree in music, in orchestral percussion, but didn't last long in orchestras. I started playing rock and roll and pop and jazz and Latin and funk and all that noisy stuff. I then moved to Britain in pursuit of fame and fortune, as you do. Started touring in Britain and Ireland and continental Europe. That was all good fun, but the more I played music, the more I realized it's the song that counts. If you haven't got a good song, there's not a lot you can do with playing and arrangements and the rest. It won't add up too much. So I then started investigating what this songwriting is all about and started writing my own songs. About 10 years ago, I moved back to Germany, gave up playing drums, concentrated on guitar playing and singing. I took some lessons and learning about songwriting and concentrated on the songwriting. In 2021, at the end of 2021, I published my album, the first album of my own music. It's all my own songs apart from 2 covers. And one of those is a Townes Van Zandt cover, Flying Shoes. And Townes Van Zandt is one of those incredible talents that come along maybe once every decade or so. Flying Shoes, what does he do? He talks about his need to get away, his Fernweh, as we say in German. And he does that via this fairy tale image of the flying shoes. Whenever he feels the urge to be on the move again, he ties on his flying shoes. And here's a quote from his second verse. He says, "I'd like to stay, maybe watch a winter day, turn the green water to white and blue." I've never heard anybody talk about winter quite so beautifully. What is he talking about? About water, snow and ice. Wonderful. I've recorded the song on my album with a bit more, a couple of guitars, some slide guitar and bits and pieces. But here's my pure and naked version. Just me and my guitar and my voice, and I very much hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Days full of rain, the sky's coming down again. I get so tired of all this, the same old blues, same old song. But baby, it won't be long till I be tying on my flying shoes, my flying shoes, till I be tying on my flying shoes. Spring only sighed, summer had to be satisfied. Fall is a feeling that I just can't lose. I'd like to stay, maybe watch a winter day, turn the green water to white and blue. Flying shoes, my flying shoes, till I be tying on my flying shoes. The mountain moon forever sets too soon. Being alone is all the hills can do. Alone, and then her silver sails again, and they will follow in their flying shoes, their flying shoes, and they will follow in their flying shoes. Days full of rain, the sky's coming down again. I get so tired of all this, the same old blues, the same old song. Baby, it won't be long till I'll be tying on my flying shoes, my flying shoes, till I'll be tying on my flying shoes.
Wasn't that awesome? I really loved that. Thanks so much, Martin. LIXENFELD, of course. Very sorry about getting your name wrong there, Martin. Thanks so much for joining us. Das war großartig. I really liked, the way you made it your own with that rhythm and all the spaces you left in the song. Really haunting, just your arrangement. Thanks so much, Martin. That was wonderful. And I hope we will see you again in later editions of Folktown. All right. Yeah. Lots of love coming in here. Yeah. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. Alvaro is saying, I don't believe seeing this event. You're believing it, Alvaro, and stay with us for the next episodes. So probably, if we get the 250, there's a date for the fundraiser when the money needs to be raised. And that is March the 12th. And the reason why that is the deadline, so to say, is because, so March 12th is Sunday next week, so it's 2 weeks. Because the artists need to know if the show will be happening or not. So this is why it needs to be clear if the show will be happening, and it will be happening if there's 250 euros in the fundraiser. And if it's not happening, then the artists don't need to do all the work of recording songs, if you know what I mean. All right. So, just to mention that again, and on to the next artist. From a Folktown premiere with Martin, we go on to a Folktown regular. Unfortunately, Mette has already left the chat because she was busy tonight, but she caught a little bit of the show. And, it's always a treat to listen to Mette. And same goes for tonight. She's playing a song I'd never heard of before, but of course it doesn't say much because there's a couple of obvious songs probably I've never heard of. Like the song Nothing. I had never heard of that. And there's a couple of comments in the chat saying, what? It's one of his best songs. So I am going to check that out, of course. And but first, let's all listen to Mette and her song choice tonight. Here's Mette KIRKEGAARD.
Hello everyone. The song, my contribution tonight, is a song that I also just got to know, and it's a song called Velvet Voices. And definitely the lyrics, they are very velvet-like. It's all the instruments, they are becoming poetry in this song. And we just had a great storm here in Denmark, so the song, it actually reaches a climax in the third verse. And the crystal chords, they slash the wind in humble majesty. Here comes the song, Velvet Voices. I'll play upon my violin until the mountains ring of lonely laughter blindly thrown, and coarse an endless arc of strings. The skies are sad, they're dancing to the silent symphony, and the velvet voices all shall join the singing. The hall is filled of chimes, leaving just a trace behind. A rhythm paler and faintly fails the silver on its wings, and the velvet voices all shall join the singing. The cymbals flash, the drums they crash, the trumpets rise the song. The brass basin plucks its diamonds from a glittering wall of almost dawn. The crystal cards, they slash the wind in humble majesty, and the velvet voices all shall join the singing, the singing.
The velvet voices all shall join the singing. Oh, Mette, that was wonderful again. It just seems like it's getting better and better. Not, to say that, the last month's performance was just as wonderful, but it's just so enjoyable and lovely to listen to your voice, Mette. Thank you so much for that, and to introduce me to yet another song I hadn't heard before. Kind of unusual song for Towns, I think. Don't know if he had many. He had waltzes, of course, but maybe it was Mette's version that was different from Towns' version, actually. Just makes you feel like just sitting here a little and going, wonderful. Wonderful, beautiful velvet voice of Mette KIRKEGAARD. Mette has a new album out as well, and I think it's called Recover or something. Something Recover. I don't have the title in my head now, but go to her Facebook page, and I'm sure you find it there. All right. So, everyone, who's up next? Oh yeah. So Mette, of course, is from København, from Copenhagen in Denmark. And our next artist is from Scandinavia as well. Though I'm not sure. I think the Scandinavians don't consider, or the Finns actually don't consider themselves Scandinavians. We here in Germany, for us, this is all Scandinavia. Finland, Norway, Denmark, and Sweden. It's all Scandinavia. But I think the Finns actually don't consider themselves Scandinavians. Completely different language too. But anyway, so our next artist is Mikkonen. And I met him actually when I was staying these 2 months in Bergen that I mentioned before. No, I met him a little earlier, but we hung out and wrote some songs together. And yeah, I learned about a lot of music from Mikko. And so he's a Finnish blues musician who moved to Norway. So he's double Scandinavian, if you like, or just one time, depending on how you see it, if Finland is part of Scandinavia or not. So anyway, this is totally unnecessary banter. The important thing is that Mikko was with us, I think, twice already here in Folktown, and I'm really happy he's back. So I always enjoy listening to him, to his playing and his voice. And here's Mikkonen, everyone, in his lovely apartment in Bergen on the beautiful west coast of Norway. Mikkonen.
Hello everybody, it's nice to be back in Folktown. Nice to be back here and play a song for you guys. It has been a while since last time I was here, at least a year ago, at least. I'm going to do a song called Now by the Rain. It's from this album here. You guys probably know it. Townes Van Zandt has been with me in my musical journey pretty much from the time I discovered American music and singer-songwriters music and stuff. Probably has to be at least 25 years ago, at least. So, Now by the Rain. We had our day, now it is over. We had our song, now it is sung. We had our stroll through summer's clover. Summer's gone now, our walking's done. So tell me gently, who'll be your lover? Who'll be your lover after I'm gone? Will it be the moon that hears your sighing? Will it be the willow that hears your lonesome song? Will it be the rain clings to your bosom? Will it be the sunshine that dries your golden hair? Will it be the wind that warns you of my returning? Will a rose be in your arms when I find you waiting there? Numb by the rain, she'll cling to my bosom. Numb by the moon, she'll hear my lonesome sigh. Numb by the wind, she'll turn you off my returning. Fare thee well, my love.
Thanks so much for that, Mikko. Thanks for joining us again and this beautiful, beautiful rendition. Yeah. Mikko usually plays the blues, and I haven't heard many songs like this from him, so that's really cool. Thanks for taking the time, man. Hope to see you again in the next edition. Mikko Mikkonen, everyone. He plays in Bergen in a band called Train for Two, and they make really cool, blues songwriter stuff. Really recommend it. Do check it out. Train for Two is the name of the band. You could just check him on Facebook. Mikko Mikkonen. All right. A sweet sound. Yeah, indeed. On we go to, by now, a Folktown regular, which is Mr. Jones. And again, he's joined by Robert Hasleder, his friend. I think he's playing a second guitar this time. Last time I think it was the mandolin. But this time it's Mr. Jones on guitar and Robert Hasleder on guitar as well. And I think they were, Mr. Jones was the first one who, it was like a second after I announced it was Towns Van Zandt, there was, Mr. Jones had his mail ready already. All right, everyone, here's Mr. Jones, Robert Hasleder.
Howdy, Folktowners. Hello again. We are back again for another edition. And since it's going to happen, or it's happening right now, means that Tobias got the money, which is really good for the great job he does. And what a shame it would have been if the Towns Van Zandt show, the songwriter show, would not have taken place just because of a few bucks here and there. So what can I say? Towns Van Zandt was one of my biggest influences. When I met him in '95, I had already listened to all of his records up to that time. And when I got introduced to the music of Bob Dylan, which started me off initially, soon I discovered this Road Songs album by Towns Van Zandt, and he covered 2 or 3 Bob Dylan songs. I bought it, thought you can't go wrong with a guy who covers Bob Dylan, not knowing that I was up to the even bigger event, or the bigger artist, or whatever, writer. It doesn't really matter, but he appealed to me, and I've been a friend of his and been a fan ever since. And it was obvious to send in a song for this show, and it's one that's seldom taken, and you might want to enjoy it. I recorded it a while back with my friend Robert Hasleder, and I thought this was a decent one for this show especially. So thanks a lot for having me again, Tobias. Thanks for the good job you do. Thanks to all who contribute and all who spend some money to make this happen, and all the artists who send in great stuff. And it's always a pleasure to listen and to be part of it. So take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.
Could it be the seasons changing, the winds of winter rearranging all the leaves like fallen queens of sorrow? Could be the freezing rain of falling, could be sad September calling, maybe it's knowing that she's gone. Come tomorrow. Well, it's strange how many tortured mornings fell upon us with no warning, looking for a smile to beg and borrow. It's over now, there's no returning, 1,000 bridges sadly burning, like the way I have to walk alone. Come tomorrow. Guess that no amount of lying to myself will stop the crying. I guess I have to take things like they are. The facts are plain to see, it's only that I ain't used to being lonely, like I'm gonna be without you come tomorrow. Come tomorrow.
In the words of Wolf Schubert K., very, very nice. It's always a treat listening to Mr. Jones and Robert Hasleder. I haven't met these guys in person yet, but I hope I will. When touring goes on more again, maybe I can check them out somewhere. Maybe we can even do something together. That would be lovely. Mr. Jones and Robert Hasleder. Beautiful, beautiful rendition. Come tomorrow. I was just seeing if I missed something here. Well, yeah. So John Griffin, welcome. Just joined us here, working on the new Band of Heathens album cover. All right. So everyone. We are maybe 2/3 into the show, and we still have a couple of great performances coming up. But before we go on, I would just like to mention that Mr. Jones, because I forgot to mention this last time, he has a new album out. It's called Parts and Pieces, and you find that as CD and download on his website, Mr. Jones.net. And generally, all the musicians that play tonight, you find one link, one promotional link, because you couldn't put like all the links with every artist. So every artist has like one promotional link, and this directs you to exactly where the artists want you to go to check out whatever, their store, their videos, their Facebook page, their Instagram, whatever they prefer, or their PayPal. Also, if you want to make a contribution to a specific artist, then of course, that would be very much appreciated as well. So I encourage you to show your appreciation any way you see fit, and it's always good to hear from the audience, either because someone bought a CD, someone bought a download, or you just get a nice message. This song really touched me. Thank you for playing it. That makes our day. At least it makes my day. It's always nice to get these sort of messages. It's in a different way. It's as important as selling something, because it feeds the soul. And that is as important as feeding the stomach. All right. So, Parts and Pieces, Mr. Jones. Do check it out if you enjoyed that. And he is actually in the chat. Jürgen Bichelmeier, as he is actually Christian, but he gave himself a different name, and we are all entitled to do that. So Jürgen Bichelmeier is Mr. Jones. Do check him out in the chat and everywhere else. All right. So, who's next? Let me check. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, up next is talking about the soul, maybe the soul of Folktown. May I call him that? Graham Shankarji Hunt. What can I say? He's been with us from the beginning. I think he didn't miss one show. Maybe, did you miss a show, Graham? I'm not sure. If so, I've forgotten about it. And I forgive you for it. Now, it's always so beautiful to have Graham on the show. And if you haven't been with Folktown yet, then you will soon know why. He changed his mind a couple of times with his song choice. And he chose a song that I have not heard before. And I haven't listened to Graham's performance yet. So I will do that with you guys now. Please give it up for Graham Shankarji Hunt.
Hey Folktown friends, this is Graham Shankarji Hunt. Really happy to be back doing another Folktown show. And I'd really like to thank everybody who donated to make the show happen. Your support means a lot to all of the artists, I'm sure. And big thanks to Tobias for his continued efforts in producing and presenting the show. Without him, it wouldn't happen. So it's great that it's happening this time. And what a show. Towns Van Zandt, a legendary American singer-songwriter. And I'm sure there are going to be a host of wonderful songs on the show tonight. The song I've chosen to do myself, when I looked at the list of songs that have been reserved for the show, this song wasn't amongst them. And I was surprised in a way, but I thought, I can't have a Towns Van Zandt show without possibly his bleakest and darkest song. It's built around two desolate minor chords with a spoken delivery, and it's kind of like a horror story in a song. But I love dark songs, and this is just about as dark as it gets. Generally accepted to be a metaphor for Towns' chronic alcohol and heroin addiction, but also could be a metaphor for, he was bipolar, so it could be a metaphor for that. But it just, the story sets an atmosphere that is quite spine-tingling. So I'm sure you've guessed by now that the song I'm referring to is The Hole. I hope you enjoy my rendition of it. I hope I can do it justice. So yeah, Towns Van Zandt's The Hole. Cover up, cuddle up. Any children watching, get behind the sofa. Enjoy my rendition. Enjoy the show. I hope you're having a wonderful evening and look forward to seeing you next time. Bye. Namaste. The old woman finally caught me, sneaking around her cave. Her hair looked just like barbed wire boys and smiled just like the grave. She asked me, could I stay a while? I said I had to go. She slid her arm around my neck and dark and lonely here, but soon enough you'll see. I'm oh so glad you stumbled in. I've been craving company. I cannot stay too long, you know. I've left some friends at home. Don't you fret about your friends. Down here you're all alone. What about my mother? I can't leave her there to mourn. Don't you think about her. Forget you were ever born. I'll disappoint my father. You know he worked so hard for me. If you have to pay your father back, just send him some misery. I miss, I said, a little girl I know. I can't leave her there to pine. She's still got plenty of men to go. I'm sure she'll do just fine. What about my little boy? She said he's just like you. Let a few short years roll by and he'll end up down here too. Then her pale green eyes began to glow. She placed her hand on mine. She smiled and said, "Don't worry, you'll get used to me in time." As her cold tongue flickered toward my throat, I spun myself around. I made a dive for the passageway, but the walls came crashing down. Now her eyes, they were the only light my fevered brain could see, but I tore myself away from them and I fell down to my knees. I've come too far, I can't get back. I beseech the gods of men. Fame and fortune just laughed at me. Silence again. A whisper deep within. Embrace the God of love. I lifted my face and through the tears I saw light fall from above. I hurled myself against the wall. I ripped and clawed my way through the stinking, clinging loam back into the light of day. Crawled out into the wind again, the sky upon my face. I heard the earth sigh patiently as it slid back into place. Now I'm back among the ones I love, and I'm loved by them in turn. And it's only on the darkest nights that green-eyed memory burns. So So walk, my friends, in the light of day. Don't go sneaking around no holes. Might be something down there wants to gobble up your soul.
That must have been about the bleakest song I've ever heard. That was impressive, Graham. That was really something. Oh my God. You know, in the documentary, when you see Townes in his last days, and you think there's no really words to describe what you're seeing, and you know where it's going with him, but that song really puts it into words. Thanks, Graham. I'm tempted to say that was brilliant as usual, but this was a little different than usual. Yeah, the whole, I didn't know that song yet, so that was really a trip. Thank you, Graham. So, how to move on from this? It's not easy. The next song is a song I mentioned earlier, first song I ever heard, and realized that it's a Townes Van Zandt song, played by Mulholland. And Mark wanted to play this song too, but Emmett, the poor cousins, they were a little faster. And so his beautiful rendition, I think it's good to breathe a little and listen to this beautiful song after the dark and bleak road that we've just been on. Listen to this song played by the Poor Cousins. Please welcome the Poor Cousins back on the Folktown stage. Here they are.
Bit of a weird day here this morning in Vermont, as you can see.
Yeah, very misty.
Melting snow, bit of a mist.
Thunder, even.
Thunder.
Very strange.
And I'm wearing, for any Berliners here, I'm wearing this t-shirt here. Does anybody remember? 50 the bar, Prenzlauer Berg. 10 points, so anybody can send in any recollections about that particular bar. Little song called I'll be here in the morning, I'll be there in the morning, I'll be here in the morning.
I'll be here in the morning.
There's no stronger wind than the one that blows down a lonesome railroad line. No prettier sight than looking back on a time you left behind. There's nothing that's as real as a love that's in my mind. So close your eyes, I'll be here in the morning. Close your eyes, I'll be here for a while. I'll be laying here beside you when the sun comes on the rise. I'll stay as long as the cuckoo wails and the lonesome blue jay cries. But close your eyes, I'll be here in the morning. Close your eyes, I'll be here for a while. Close your eyes, I'll be here in the morning. Close your eyes, I'll be here for a while.
That was lovely. I really liked that. And I really needed that after the whole something a little uplifting. Only the way Townes can do it. I feel like this is really one of his positive and uplifting songs, and it still has that melancholy vibe to it. I do love that song, and I really like the phrasing you guys put on it and made it your own, you know, and that additionally with the harmonies, the fiddle, the violin, as I like to say. I used to play the violin as a kid, and it's always a couple of hairs on my neck stand up when someone says fiddle. But that's just been pounded into me by my classical music training. So there was beautiful fiddle playing and wonderful rendition of that song, I'll Be Here in the Morning. I do love that song. All right. EVILMRSOD just posted, I think, his first German Chat comment here, at least the first German one I see. Ich sage voraus, dass diese Episode sehr oft replayed wird. So he's forecasting, he's predicting that this episode is going to be replayed a lot. And he might just be correct about that. And he will be even more correct if all of you guys share this video on your Facebook pages. YouTube is kind of not really as social. You can't really share it on your YouTube page, can you? But you can share it on your Facebook page. So please do it. Just grab the video, share it, and maybe tag your fellow Townes Van Zandt friends and fans so they can all enjoy this and maybe join us for our next Folktown episode, which will hopefully happen at the end of March. And I will let you guys know when, because it's not going to be the last Monday of the month as it usually is. It's going to be a different day because I can't do it on the last Monday of March. I have no idea why I wrote that in German. Well, those things happen, my friend. All right. Yes, you can like and subscribe on YouTube as well, of course. But please share the video on your Facebook feed. Just do it. Just do it. All right. Already shared. Very good, Alan. Okay, and there's a discussion here about where and how exactly Townes died. Mostly where he died. So I'm not going to get into that because I'm really not an expert on it. So next up we have another regular, though, Rick van den Bosch. He did not join us for the last few episodes because he had lots of stuff going on. So I'm really happy he's with us again. Back in the bike shop, back in the beautiful reverb of his bicycle shop in England. Please welcome back to the stage Rick van den Bosch, who's actually from Holland, but he's in England now. And now he's everywhere. Here's Rick.
Hello and welcome to Folktown, Townes Van Zandt. I'm going to play Black Widow Spider Blues. Got a black widow spider for a mama, Lord. Got a Diamondback rattler for a par. Well, I got me a woman down in New Orleans, got a friend in Arkansas, got a morning full of make-believe, got an evening full of time, got the hands pretty late are going to make you grieve, loving's going to make you mine. Woo-hoo, oh, ain't never seen your town before, and I won't be back again. I need me a place to hide my face from the howling of the wind. Got the blues sewn into my jacket sleeve. Got a goatskin full of wine. Got the hands pretty late are going to make you grieve, and loving's gonna make you mine. Woo-hoo, whoa. So light the lantern above your door and hold your curtains wide. Take the ribbon from your hair and lay it by your side. I ain't looking for a light to believe, my own will do me fine. Got the hands pretty late are gonna make you grieve, loving's going to make you mine. Got the hands pretty late are going to make you grieve, loving's going to make you mine. Ooh, yeah. Thanks very much.
All right, thank you, Rick. Got a black widow spider for a mama. Got a diamond back rattler for a paw. What a way to start a song. You know? How does he come up with these images? It's just insane. Rick van den Bosch, everyone, who's a great singer-songwriter. How do you say? On his own accord, like his own songs, his original songs are really cool. Do check him out. He has lots of CDs out. Find them on his Facebook page. And I think rickvandenbosch.com probably leads you somewhere too, though I haven't verified it. All right, there's some Dutch going on here between Mark and Rick. Yeah. Rick always picks up the pace here. That little yodel, indeed. So Rick van den Bosch, everyone. And our next artist has been with us a few times. I'm really happy he's back again. He's a fantastic singer, and he writes really beautiful folk, dark folk Americana songs. And whenever he has his bandmates with him, they sing gorgeous harmonies together. I know Graham is really looking forward to this, and so am I. Please welcome back to Folktown, Wolf Schubert-Carr and friends. Here's Wolf.
Hello Folktowners, my name is Wolf Schubert-Carr, and this is Julia Ambers, and this is Steffen Hute. And I'm so happy to play with these two wonderful people tonight for the Towns van Zandt show of Folktown. Thanks to Tobias Panwitz to make this possible. And we play a song called No Place to Fall. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. fall, and I needed to. Could I count on you? To lay me down.
I never tell you no lie. I don't believe it's wise. You got pretty eyes. Won't you spare me
I ain't much of a lover, it's true. I'm here, then I'm gone, and I'm forever blue. But I'm sure wanting you. Skies full of silver and gold. Try to hide the sun, but it can't be done. At least not for long. And if we help each other grow by the light of day, smiles down our way, then we can't go wrong. Time, she's a fast old train. She's here, then she's gone, and she won't come again. Won't you take my hand? If I had no place to fall, and I needed to, could I count on you? To lay me down.
Wow, Wolf and Friends. That was mind-blowing. I felt like this could be a song from Harvest, or Everybody Knows This Is Nowhere. It sounded like a Neil Young and Crazy Horse song, like one of their acoustic songs. Beautiful, man. That was that was awesome. That was just so beautiful. And it didn't really, the way you made it sound it took me out of the Townsend Zand vibe a little bit. It sounded very, very West Coast, very Laurel Canyon. That was great, Nishan is just saying. And Gudi was asking if Wolf is from Germany. I'm surprised you don't know him, Gudi, actually. Yes, Wolf is from Germany. He's from the Frankfurt region. So if you're near there, then try to find him on some stage. And he's just been playing a release concert for his new album. And I have to forget, Frank was mentioning the album in the comments. Trying to find that. Can't find it right now. But, oh yeah, Frank is writing, if you want to, like this, if you want to cry some more, get yourselves Wolf's latest album and listen to his rendition of Don Everly's So Sad. So, there you go. Wolf just has a new album out, and he has a couple of more albums out. Do check him out on his website. You don't find them on Spotify or anywhere of the streaming, none of the streaming services, so it's only download or CD, everyone. From Wolf Schubert K and his beautiful musical companions. Check out his music, check out more if you like this. It's all magnificent. Thanks so much, Wolf, for joining us again. Real treat. All right, so I have to think about what we do now. We have 3 more performances to go. And before we head to the finale, I just wanted to make a little announcement for those of you who don't know this yet. My hope is that the show will go on and that the next episode will happen, and that then an episode after that, because my initial plan was to end this season of Folktown with the April episode. I won't be able to do one at the end of May, so the last one will be the end of April, if everything works out with the financing. And wouldn't it be nice if we could all put on some Folktown uniform every time we place ourselves in front of the computers or TVs or wherever you were enjoying this show, and you could put on your official Folktown apparel. Now, wouldn't that be nice? And as luck has it, nothing to do with luck, everything to do with preparation. You can get now these lovely Folktown t-shirts, several designs, and each one comes in several colors. There's unisex t-shirts, hoodie, there's a ladies t-shirt, everything you can ask for. This is my sales voice speaking right now. So anyway, you can get these t-shirts, and you find the link to the page where you can get them. That's the official Folktown page. You find that also in the post description. So it's basically very easy to remember. It's www.folk-town.com. It's in the comments right now. And via that link you find the t-shirts, and you also via that link find every information interesting, necessary, or relevant when it comes to Folktown. All right, so head over there as long as you're not using selling used cars. Might get there. Who knows? Yeah. If you want to get a shirt, just head over to that page and get yours. So, the next artist is maybe not yet a regular. I hope he will be one, but he's been with us 1 or 2 times, I think twice before. And he's coming from a beautiful location. I wish it was only a photo behind him, but I'm just jealous. I'm just jealous because I want to be there myself. Please welcome back to Folktown, everyone. Here's Rob Angst.
Hey guys, hope you like this photo wallpaper behind me. I have the pleasure to play a song from Towns. That always reminds me of one time where I had the pleasure to spent some time in Austin with the fantastic $2 Bash at the time, 10 years ago or so. And our plane got delayed, and Mark, Mulholland, and myself, we had nothing to do, so we strolled around the airport. I ended up in a small cafeteria where a very nice couple was playing excellent music. And they had a $2 bill propped up on her tip jar. And we were like, yeah, this is a sign, you know, obviously. We talked to them, and they were really friendly. And they said, we have this gig here, and afterwards, next week, we'll go down to the Gulf, and we play in Rex's bar. You know, Rex, the guy who played bass for Lightning Hopkins. And I said, I never met him, but I know who he is. And I've been playing the song about it for 20 years. So this is Rex's Blues. Ride the blue wind high and free, sure leads you down to misery and leave your locum time to go alone and low as low can be. There's legs to walk and thoughts to fly, eyes to laugh and lips to cry, a restless tongue to classify, all born to grow and grown to die. Tell me, babe, I sat so long. Tell my mom I did no wrong. And tell my brother to watch his own. Tell my friends to mourn me now. If I had a nickel, I'd find the game. If I had a dollar, I'd make it rain. If it rained ocean, I'd drink it dry. Lay me down to satisfy. Oh, chain upon a face of time, feeling full of foolish rhyme. There ain't no dark till something shines. I'm bound to leave this dark behind. Ride the blue and high and free, sure leads you down to misery and leave your locum time to go alone and alone. So can be.
Thanks so much, Rex's Blues. What a nice song. Yeah. And a great story about the airport and everything. I wish you have that sort of experience on every airport, you know, have some nice live music and yeah, some good connection with people. Thanks so much. That was Rob Angst, and I don't know where he was. I think he told me, but I decided to forget because I couldn't be there myself. It looked awesome. Okay. That was Rob Angst, everyone, and we have 2 more songs to go. It's almost the end of the show. But as I told you in the beginning, the artist who kicked off this edition of Folktown, he's gonna end it, bookend it, almost bookend it. So, like I promised you before, you ain't rid of him yet. Here's EVILMRSOD at it again.
Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Folktown. Today we are celebrating Townes Van Zandt and his music, and he's one of my favorite songwriters of all time. I got to thank my friend Oliver Grauer because he introduced me to his music, and yeah, the song I'm gonna play.
And I have to apologize for playing the wrong video. Almost got myself into trouble with Pablo again. But I just caught myself. Here's EVILMRSOD with his second song for tonight.
Hey, hello again. You thought you got rid of me, but it's not like that. Here is my second song, and it's one of the, I think I love it because it's one of the saddest songs I ever heard, and I really like sad stuff. It's also one of the songs featured in the movie Hard-Won Highways. And if you haven't seen this movie, you have to do it. It's a wonderful, wonderful film. But this 3-4 minutes of Waiting Around to Die, played by Townes, this is simply like that 3-4 minutes of wow, wow, wow. So you have to check that out. I leave you now with Waiting Around to Die, and I hope you like it too. Sometimes I don't know where this dirty road is taking me. Sometimes I don't even know the reason why. I guess I'll keep a gambling, lots of booze and lots of rambling. It's easier than just waiting around to die. One time, friends, I had a mom, I even had a pa. He beat her with a belt once 'cause she cried. She told him to take care of me. She headed down to Tennessee. It's easier than just waiting around to die. I came of age and found the girl in a Tuscaloosa bar. She cleaned me out and hit it on the slide. I tried to kill the pain. I bought some wine and hopped a train. It seemed easier than just waiting around to die. Then a friend said he knew where some easy money was. We robbed a man and brother did we fly. But the posy caught up with me, dragged me back to Muskogee. Now it's 2 long years just waiting around to die. Now I'm out of prison, I got me a friend at last. He don't drink or steal or cheat or lie. His name's Codeine, he's the nicest thing I ever seen. Together we're gonna wait around and die. Together we're gonna wait around.
Could it be I heard this song before and thought it was one of Pablo's? That could be indeed. I thought this must have been Pablo's obvious choice. I mean, it would have been really strange if he had chosen another one and not this one. Great rendition, Pablo. Again, you made it yours. Little different than the original. Little more driving. It's another of those songs that you need to recover a little after. And some of you were describing the scene in Hard-Won Highways, which unfortunately I haven't seen. I mean the movie, but you have this scene in the documentary Be Here to Love Me as well. He's playing that song and this one guy just starting to cry, can't help himself. That's really intense. Yeah, do check it out if you haven't yet. All right, guys, that was Pablo's second song for tonight. And we have one song left. I hope I haven't forgotten anyone yet. Again, because it's been a long show. We cracked the 3 hours. It's been a lot of videos. So we have one more to go. And I thought it was a really good one after so many dark and desperate and melancholic songs to have one that's a little uplifting again at the end of the show. Before I play the last song, not I play the last song, but I play the last video, I would like to encourage you guys again to consider getting a ticket, a sort of self-priceable supporter ticket for Folktown. You can choose the amount yourself, but everything helps me to put on the show, and we reached the 250 on March 12th. Then there will be the next show. I will announce what it will be after the last song for tonight. And we are returning to Prague, home of Tony Rose and the band of JAKEYS. And I think this is a really cool one to end this show. Please welcome the band of JAKEYS back on the stage of Folktown here on Facebook and all over the world, everywhere.
Welcome to the Towns Van Zandt evening, and hi to Tobias and hi all the other Folktowners. We don't have the usual band of JAKEYS lineup tonight, but we do have an old former band of JAKEYS member that we found in the back of the closet and dusted him down.
Yeah, we got a ringer from the closet, our super JAKEYS.
We'd like to invite and introduce to all the Folktowners the great Bill Hangley.
EHGLES Eagles!
From Philadelphia. And actually, Bill's, it's great that Bill's here because I can't sing tonight because my voice is, I just can't sing. I've got some kind of illness that prevents me from singing. And Bill, luckily, is here to sing the harmony vocals with Darwin.
And can I just say it's a pleasure because as a guy from Philadelphia, I learned about Towns Van Zandt in the only honorable way possible, which is from a bunch of Croatians and a Scot. And it's a pleasure to be part of the project.
And also, Bill has got a solo album out.
Oh yeah, Bill Hangley at Bandcamp Jr. Check out What's in America and get your mind blown by the rock and roll spirit of Philadelphia, PA.
So check out Bill on Bandcamp, and the song we're going to do tonight is "Don't Let the Sunshine Fool Ya."
Fool me.
Yeah, it didn't fool me.
Me and a friend named Streetlight Brown got a bottle of red. Went downtown, hand on the jug, going on time, said, bet you $1 against this next line. Don't let the sunshine fool ya. Don't let the bluebirds tool ya. Don't let the women do ya. Just put your hand in mine. Phantom Street in the afternoon is an easy place to get a tune. Hard soap salesman said no dice. When I asked politely for better price, I said, don't let the sunshine fool ya. Don't let the bluebirds tool ya. Don't let the women do ya. Just put your hand in mine. Well, advice is fine if you got the mind to listen to the end that's got the time. Music get you good, don't watch out. She's equipped to know what it's all about. Don't let the
Phrase. Guys, thanks so much for bringing this to a more of an uplifting ending of the show. We needed all the downs, we needed the lows and the holes, because that's what Towns is about a lot, but not only those, but also songs like this one, Don't Let the Sunshine Fool You. That's just been a terrific end, I think, to this show. So thanks, guys, for ending this lovely program tonight, and thank you all, you wonderful viewers and you beautiful audience, for tuning in again for yet another Folktown show. So happy that this came together, and I'm sure the next one will come together as well. You know where the link is. You know how to get your ticket, your supporter ticket for the next show, and the next show will happen, if it happens, on on March, of course, on the last day of March, which is a Friday. And I hope that you all can make it. It's a month from now, so you can keep that Friday free. Save the date. It's March 31st. That's when Folktown will happen next time, hopefully. And the question is, who will we celebrate? Well, as many of you will know, I made a survey to see, gave you guys, the audience and the musicians, 4 options. Those 4 options were something that sometimes I'm making surveys among the musicians, like which songs or themes, music themes they would like to celebrate. And those were among the most popular ones with the musicians. And I threw in one because it was just someone that was talked about a lot at the moment. And those were 4 options, and I will show you the result of those 4 options that was decided by you guys. Here it is. So, we had Dolly Parton, Bonnie Raitt. You know, Bonnie Raitt had just won that Grammy, so I thought, why not Bonnie Raitt? Bruce Springsteen and the artists of Laurel Canyon in the 60s and 70s. And look who made it. Just happened to be my my preference as well. But it did not interfere in this. I did not even cast a vote or anything. But I thought that was very interesting. It was a head-to-head for a while between Springsteen and the artists of Laurel Canyon, but then Laurel Canyon and the California sound of the 60s and 70s won out, and this is what we'll celebrate next time. So Laurel Canyon is this canyon that's very close to the center of LA, and in the 60s, late 60s, I guess it started in the 50s already, but I think the first musicians arrived like in the mid or late 60s. They went there because it was cheap and it was sort of secluded. It was quiet, but still close to the center. And, you know, one told the other, and before you knew it, there existed this beautiful community of singer-songwriters that, you know, visited each other, played each other's songs. They all slept with each other, of course. And they were all very supportive towards one another, especially in the early days when they all weren't super successful yet, and later they turned out, you know, to be these megastars, and then, you know, the whole scene sort of drifted apart, as it does. So those were the guys around Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Nice way also to celebrate David Crosby, who recently passed away. Neil Young, of course, Buffalo Springfield, Joni Mitchell. So if you want to do another Joni Mitchell song, here's your chance. Jackson Browne was among those guys. Later, the Eagles, Linda Ronstadt, Bonnie Raitt as well, actually, I think. The Mamas and the Papas, and many others that I forget now. Eric Clapton and Mick Jagger, John Lennon, they all visited from England at some point. So it was, you know, bubbling little bubble of musicians. And they created this early, the Byrds, of course, I forgot. They created this early California folk rock sound that sort of started, I guess, with the Byrds version of Mr. Tambourine Man. to put folk and rock together. That sort of originated, I guess, if I haven't got that wrong, in Laurel Canyon. And so next month we're celebrating that sound of Laurel Canyon of the 60s and 70s. Yeah, and I hope that you guys will be with us again to celebrate that with us, because late March is still pretty cold, at least here in Berlin. It's miserable weather, so it's nice to get some warm, sunny California sound from our computers. All right, so it was very nice to host the show again. I always enjoy this. Thank you to all the artists for your wonderful renditions and the work you put into these videos. Wolf even had some special effects. I know this takes time because my own video is always the last thing I do. This month, actually, I did it today because I had no time to do it before. And it does take time to make this video. So thank you to all the artists for taking the time to do that. And thank you, guys in the audience, for tuning in. Thank you, all your supporters supported this show, and every one of you already supported the next one. I'm pretty sure, I'm very positive we're getting there, and we're gonna have the next episode of Folktown on March 31st. And let me just check if I forgot something, because I always forget things. No, actually, this time I thought of everything. All right. Thank you, Nishan, for all the songs I need to check out. JJ Kale is suggested. Yeah. Actually, when you guys took the poll, and everyone who did also put some suggestions for artists we should celebrate, because there was an extra line where you could put some suggestions. I'm going to put all these together and put them to a vote in the music community, and if Folktown goes on, then we will see where we have most participants, where we would have a show, which artists will have enough videos, and those we will celebrate in the future, and we keep doing this as long as you guys want us to do it. And yeah, there's enough artists out there and themes, so no worries about that. There's enough to play, enough music out there. All right, guys, that's it from me today. I'm just gonna sit here for a bit, play another song, and we cracked the 3 hours, 3.5 even. Jesus Christ! I think last time we did that was with the first episode, the Bob Dylan show. This one might get even longer than that. Well, the birds were talking all at once. The old man mowing down the lawn didn't look like much too bad a guy. And I was thinking, hang on, man, something's wrong. Blue seems to be gone. Heaven ain't bad, but he don't get nothing done. Lay down your head a while. You are not needed now. You are not needed now. Well, let us in later hex on me. Every time I turn around, swimming through the air above my bed. And I told Miss Hicks, and she said, fine, as long as you're back in your room on time. Keep you clean and the girls will keep you fed. Lay down your head with mine. You are not needed now. We got things to do. Between the blankets made of wool, trains roll by every half hour. The body can't get no rest, and done it's true. So I do my best, the best I can, thinking big and making plans, wondering where them trains are rolling to. Lay down your head, poor boy, and feel how the ground does move, and hear how them drivers sing. Well, goodbye friends, it's time to close. Everybody knows that's the way it goes. Where was it you lived in case I'm ever there? Well, 3 doors down and 2 behind gets a little bit out of hand sometimes. Don't let it fool you into thinking you don't care. Lay down your head and fly, I'll quietly pass you by. You won't even see me go. If I thought about it long enough, just might make some kind of move. Watchful eyes are too hard on the soul. With a smokehouse just across the way, it's a fog upon the light of day. It would be hard coming up with where to go. Lay down your head, poor boy, feel how the ground does move, hear how them drivers sing. What now, my darling one? Go find a little fun. You are not needed now. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.